I was with the person who I thought was the love of my life. We lived on different continents and it was a long distance relationship for a while, and I was so obsessed with him. He was so obsessed with me. I felt so safe in the relationship, so vulnerable, and I never experienced that before. And then as he was about to move across the entire world to be with me, he cheated on me. Yeah. And now I think it's the best thing that could have ever happened to me. And I'm going to teach you how, because breakups fucking suck. I'm sorry if you can hear that noise. Yeah, fuck off. Breakups fucking suck, and I'm going to help you get through it and get to the other end of it and the other side of it, where you fucking find yourself and you come home to yourself, but 7 times stronger. So, period, let's get into it. First of all, I know how difficult it is to finally say goodbye to that person. I know that it's going to break you. You know that it's going to break you. So what do you do instead? Instead of going through the pain, you come back to them, and every time you come back to them despite shitty behavior, that chips away at you, because you say no to yourself every single time that you come back to them. I know you come back to them because they give you warmth, you love them, and there is a sense of wonder that you have with them. But every time you neglect yourself to be with them in order to prioritize that, you chip away at yourself. You chip away at your confidence, at who you are as a person, at your wonder, at your literal energy. So what's the other option? Going through the breakup and going through the awful fucking part of it, and then coming out the other end. And little backstory, whilst I'm going through this breakup, my friends, my best friends, have left to go traveling. And so I'm literally going through this breakup alone. The only person that I have to rely on to cuddle me, to push me through this, to make me feel okay whilst I'm crying, is myself. The other option is coming back to them and seeking that validation and comfort from them. Every time I do that, I neglect myself. So I said, fuck that. I'm gonna sit with myself. I have myself to rely on, and I'm not gonna abandon myself. I'm gonna show up for myself, and I'm gonna prove to myself that I'm worthy for fighting for, because I know what I mean to myself. I know how much I value myself, how much of a bad bitch I am, and I'm not gonna go back. There is no option to go back. So for 2 weeks, I have sat with myself and I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried. I look back at my journal entries, at everything that I was writing during that time, and it's just, I'm sad, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling sad. And all I had to say back to myself is, I know, I see your pain, I see your struggle. I hold you through it. I'm there for you. I'm there for you. I'm never gonna give up on myself, no matter what's going on. And I sat with myself like that for weeks on end, and I was isolated and I was by myself to do it. And when I came out the other side, I let the pain break me, crush me, tear away pieces of myself I didn't know I had, which opened up the ground to create a new version of me, to create a new version of myself, where when I sat with myself through that storm, I realized I can rely on myself for anything. I can sit through it with myself no matter what the fuck is going on. And I trust myself now, because I didn't turn my back on myself. And that's helped me find the new version of me that I've turned into today. When you step away from that person, block them, I don't care, delete them, stop checking their social media. Put the energy and the power back into yourself, back into your corner. See what the fuck happens. See how the fuck you grow and how you come back home to yourself, but 10 times stronger. Because every single relationship teaches you something else about yourself. You never lose. It's either a win or a lesson. And every lesson gets you closer to another win. So you never fucking lose. Period. When you put the energy back into yourself and you start coming out the other end, what happens is you see all the shitty things that they did to you, because whilst you're still in their orbit, you don't get to see it. You don't see it clearly because you're susceptible to their perception, to being open to them. And especially us as women, we've been told to nurture relationships and prioritize relationships and see things from an open-minded perspective. When is the next time you're going to start doing that to yourself? When do you start doing that and putting all that energy into you and reflect back on, how does this affect me? How do I feel? How is this stepping away from my power and myself by turning to them and being open-minded about what they're experiencing? What the fuck about you? What the fuck about you? After you've coddled yourself through the storm, you stand up to the bully and you prove to yourself that you're worth fighting for. You prove to yourself that you're valuable. You prove to yourself, wow, I'm stronger than I ever thought I could be. I am someone worth protecting because I protected myself. I hope that makes sense. I am someone worth turning up for because I didn't turn my back on me in the worst of times. You develop a different sense of self-love. That self-love penetrates through every corner and aspect of your life, and you walk about life with so much confidence because you stood your fucking ground and you coddled yourself through it. It's like having a bully and then someone steps in to the bully and then they beat up the bully, and then you love that person. You're like, oh my God, thank you so much for protecting me. Like, you're so great, yada, yada, yada. Imagine both of those people being you. You're gonna devote yourself to you like you've never devoted yourself to you before because you protected yourself. You come out the other end, you walk around life differently, and it shows. People become attracted to your energy. They see the power that you fucking hold because you now feel it. Going through the storm makes you feel your own fucking energy because you didn't turn back and you trusted yourself and you pushed yourself through it. Now, I know that I can build a business from scratch. I know that I can change my whole entire life. I know I'm going to be on the cover of Forbes because I trusted myself, because I pushed myself through it. And if I can push myself through this, I can push myself through anything. And now I know I'm worth not giving up for because I've proven it to myself. Every time you give up on yourself, you chip away at your confidence. You chip away at, okay, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. Because when you don't turn up for yourself, you show yourself that you're not reliable. When you prove your own reliability to yourself, you stop believing that you're unstoppable because now you have proof that you can look back on. Period. The version of me that I am now after the breakup, she is so sure of herself because she knows that she's not going to allow shitty behavior anymore. And just to allow yourself to have that changes you. It changes you to your core. It puts the energy back within yourself. Yeah, I don't know how else to say it. I hope I'm explaining myself right. I hope you're understanding this. But the other option is to keep going back, crying, having highs and lows, highs and lows, highs and lows, and that repeats forever because you're not making space. The way you make space is by going through the shitty experience of a breakup. And when you hold yourself through that, you open up space for a new version of you. The new version of you that you're not going to give up on because you fought for her. So you're not going to give up. You're going to go forward. You're going to achieve your goals. You're going to turn up to the gym. You're going to turn up in your relationships, in your friendships, relationships like family, etc., with a new being. So when that person comes knocking back and they beg for you back because they've realized what they've done wrong, it's too late because you found a new version of you that doesn't accept that. You will walk around life differently because you've given yourself that gift, because you've proven to yourself of what you can do. So go through the breakup. Go through the breakup. Because you'll have no option but to turn up for yourself. Because what you've gone through is going to be too fucking sacred. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Love you millions. Like and subscribe. And I'll speak to you again next week. Love you.